What if the first step that you took to build your God-given business was actually the thing setting it up to fail? I know it sounds harsh, but you've been told a lie. We've been told a lie. The world tells us that the moment an idea pops into your head, that there's a need to snatch up a domain name, pick a template, and get a website live. It's the first box that everybody checks and scrambles to check it. But this is a critical foundational mistake. Because while you're busy organizing your fonts and your colors, you're building a house on the sand. And you and I both know that a house built on sand doesn't stand when the storms come. That's Matthew chapter number 7. And I live in Florida. So hurricanes really do happen. Did you know that about half of all small businesses fail within the first 5 years? Coaching businesses alike, any entrepreneurial endeavor. One of the top reasons, though, is that there was no market need for what they were selling. I think I told you my story before with the financial program for those who were struggling to pay for their groceries. See, they built something that nobody actually was looking for. They had a solution, but they never truly understood the problem. It's not the field of dreams here. If you build it, it doesn't mean that they're going to come. So for us as faith-based entrepreneurs, kingdompreneurs as I call you, or queenpreneurs as I love to say, that statistic is more than a business metric. It's a spiritual warning. Hear me, warning. It's a sign that we put the cart before the horse, way before the horse. We built the house before we've even surveyed the land that God has given us. We focused on the billboard before we even laid the foundation. So today we're going to talk about why your faith-based business doesn't need a website just yet. And more importantly, we're going to cover the one thing that you must do first in order to make sure that your business is built on the solid rock, ready to withstand any storm and truly fulfill the purpose that God has for you. Ready? First, we live in a world that glorifies the hustle and grind. Yes, we see someone else launch a beautiful website and we immediately feel like we're falling behind. The pressure is real. But let's be honest, a website is simply a tool. It's an invitation. It's the front door to your home. And you wouldn't invite guests over for a housewarming party if you haven't even put up the walls, poured the foundation, would you? You would just not do that. People would show up so confused, not sure where to go or what you're even celebrating. They'd see a half-finished frame and then a lot of dirt behind it. That's exactly what a premature website does. It becomes a digital billboard for a business that doesn't really know who it is and who it serves or why it even exists. You're asking people to trust you, to buy from you, to believe in your mission when the mission hasn't even been defined. A website without a clear purpose and message will only confuse potential clients and customers, making them click away and actually do nothing. They don't even take action. Now, this just isn't a bad business strategy. It's poor stewardship. See, God calls us to be good stewards of everything that He has given us: our time, our talents, and our treasures. Those treasures are our resources. Rushing to spend money and time on a website before you have real clarity is like burying your talents in the sand or in the ground, if you would. You're busy, but you're not fruitful. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, we like to quote it. We trust in the Lord with all of our heart, and we lean not to our own understanding. In all of our ways, we acknowledge Him, and He will direct our paths. So rushing into building a website is really leaning into your own understanding. It's following the world's formula for success instead of waiting on God to make your path straight. So if we don't start with the website, where do we start? We start with picturing it. Now, think about a house that you really like. You admire it. The first thing that you notice is the exterior, right? The design, the structure, the way it is sitting on the land, if it's catty corner, if it's in a cul-de-sac, all of those things go into it. And it gives you an immediate feeling about what it stands for. Is it a cozy cottage? Is it a modern look to it? Does it have a stately manner about it? The exterior tells you a story long before you ever step inside. In your business, the exterior is your vision. It's your mission. It's your values. This is the first and the most critical thing that you have to build. You have to get this right. It's what everything else is going to stand on. In Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain. And so those who read it, they can run with it, right? It didn't say launch your vision or design the vision. It says write it, make it plain. Why? So that you and everyone who joins you can run with it. You can't run with a blurry vision. So this is where the real work begins. And I'm going to give you some action steps today in order to get that clarity. See, before you touch a single line of code or look at a single website template, you need to sit down with God and get brutally honest about three things. One, what is your Christ-centered vision? Vision statement is the why behind it all. It's the long-term dream. It's the ultimate impact. It's what you want to have for the kingdom, what you want to put into yourself. You're going to have to ask yourself some hard questions. What change do I want to see in the world through this work, in this business? How do I hope to glorify God through this business in the next 5, 10, or even 20 years? See, this isn't all about profit. It's about purpose. And many have asked me, how do I figure out my purpose? You sit with God and you ask him, what am I supposed to be doing? It's about building something eternal, not just something temporary. So visualizing and writing it down changes everything because it gives you a filter for every single decision. Number 2, who are you called to serve? Your business isn't for everyone. And if you tell me everyone, I will tell you, go back to the drawing board because that's not the answer. See, Jesus had a specific mission. His mission was to the house of Israel. He knew his audience. You need to know yours. Who are the people that God has put in your heart? What are the specific struggles that they have? What are their pain points? What are they staying up at night struggling with? And you have to pair this also with your skill set and the struggles that you have overcome. If you haven't overcome it, you don't have a solution just yet. I had a friend that wanted to help married couples, but she was never married. It's a door she didn't really want to go through. But don't just think in terms of demographics, male or female. Pray about it. Think in terms of the heart level needs that these people have. Pray for them. Ask God to give you his heart for them. And when you know who it is that you serve, you'll know how to serve them in a way that reflects the love of Christ. Number 3, what is your mission? So if the vision is the why, the mission is the how. A mission statement explains how you will practically achieve this vision. It's your high-level game plan. It should be clear, concise, and Christ-centered. I'm going to say that one again. It should be clear, concise, and Christ-centered. For example, if you're a Christian counselor, your mission might be to offer compassionate, professional counseling rooted in Christian principles to help heal families, because you're all about the family. It's direct, it's clear, and it's focused. So now this process of defining your exterior isn't quick. So don't think you're just going to get it overnight. It does require prayer, reflection, and maybe even wise counsel from a mentor or a coach who shares your faith. That's important. Don't rush it. This is holy work, you co-creating with God. So now once you have this foundation, this clear God-given exterior, everything changes because the fog lifts and you'll have a quiet confidence and a focused purpose. You'll have a filter for every single decision that you have to make. You'll ask the question, does this new product or service idea line up with my mission? Or you'll ask, does this marketing strategy serve the people that I'm called to help? Does this partnership reflect the values of my vision? If the answer is no, you can walk away with no guilt and no fear that you're missing out on anything because you know that you're staying true to the path that God has set for you. Now, this is what it means to build your house on a rock. When the storms of business come, and trust me, they will come. When you face financial pressure, when a launch doesn't go your way or the way you planned it, when you feel that the temptation to cut corners or compromise your values, you will not be shaken. Your vision will be your anchor. Your mission will be your compass. And just like Jesus said in Luke chapter number 14, verse 28, for which of you intending to build a house does not sit down first and count the cost, whether it has enough to finish it? The cost isn't just financial, it's spiritual, it's emotional. The process of clarifying your vision and your mission is the act of counting the cost. It's the responsible, faith-filled planning that God honors. Now, only after you've done this foundational work are you ready to even think about having a website. And here's the beautiful part. When you do finally build it, your homepage will clearly state your mission. Your about page will tell the story about your vision. Your services will be a direct solution to the problems for the people that you are called to serve. Your website will finally become what it was always meant to be. Not the foundation of your business, but a powerful tool to invite people into the beautiful, well-built home you have already constructed with God. This journey to building a business on a rock, not sand, is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes intention and it takes focus. And I know that that first step, clarifying this vision, can feel like a lot. So you're probably asking the question, where do I even begin? Well, to help you with this, I offer you an opportunity to book a free 30-minute strategy call with me. It's a vision breakthrough strategy session. And we will begin with your clarity as well as your direction of what you need to do so that you will build on purpose with purpose. So go to my website, ChontaHaynes.com/vision, and I'll make sure I put the link in the description in order for you to schedule a time that is most convenient. And if this message resonates with you, if you're tired of the hustle of the world and you don't want the purpose later, you want the purpose approach now, building that faith-filled business, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button too, so it'll show it to others just like you and me. And so we together in this community can build a business that's going to honor God, serve others, and have an eternal impact. Hit the subscribe button and join us. God has placed a unique calling in your life. He has given you a dream, a passion, and a purpose to serve Him in the marketplace. That calling is too important to be rushed. It's too sacred to be built on a shaky foundation of worldly advice and frantic activity. Don't fall into the trap of believing that you need a website before you need a vision. Take the time to build the exterior first. Sit with God, pray, write the vision, define your mission, and know who you are called to serve. Do that, and you won't just be building a business. You'll be building a ministry. You'll be building a legacy. You'll be building a testament to the faithfulness of a God who builds His house on the rock. And that is a foundation that can never, ever be shaken. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes, the Destiny Designer, empowering you to walk boldly in identity, cultivate sustainable impact, and steward unstoppable success across faith, family, and future generations. I'm helping you put feet to your faith so you can walk victoriously. Now that we've got that foundation, next step, the garage. See you next week. Have a fantastic rest of your day. God bless.